Good evening, doctor, Dr. Jennifer replied. Good evening, ma'am. Your face is new. First time coming for therapy? Yes, doc, I replied. Tell me, how are you? Doctor asked. I replied, Not so fine, doc. I've got a lot on my mind. Doctor replied, Well, it's my job to listen. Kate, lying on the reclined chair, doctor, I murdered 3 people. What? The doctor asked in shockum. I replied, I didn't mean to crying. I really didn't mean to. Calm down and tell me all about it, Dr. Jennifer said. Sniffs. It all started 8 years ago. 8 years ago. The love of my life proposed to me in the most romantic way, smiling. I still have a video to show for it. We got married and were so happy together till things took a nasty turn. We were 5 years into the marriage and had no kids to show. It was really embarrassing as friends kept inviting us to christening ceremonies which we sometimes attended. Desi never complained or changed his attitude towards me, even though he really wanted kids too. But you know, mother-in-laws and the troubles they bring, she troubled us so much that Desmond decided that we go see a doctor, which I declined. Why? Doctor asked. I replied, because I was scared of what could unfold. Well, after much persuasion, I finally agreed to go, and that was the very day my world came crashing down. At the hospital. Doctor, well, Mr. and Mrs. Desmond, am sorry to say this, but from our results, you have no womb. Shocked. What? Desi, my husband asked. Doctor replied, It also shows your womb was damaged and removed due to numerous abortions. Doctor, there must be some sort of huge mistake. She's a wonderful woman, and would never have done such, right, honey? Desi asked. I couldn't face him, so I looked down instead. Desi, oh my God. Doctor, well, the best option right now is adoption. He cast a hateful look at me. Thank you, doctor, Desi said. We drove home in silence, and on getting home, immediately I opened the door. He grabbed me by the arm. Start talking now, he said. I had never seen him that way. I could see the pain and anger in his eyes. I'm sorry, baby, I said. He replied, Sorry? You're sorry? Tell me what exactly it is you're sorry for. Answer me. I was young and foolish and, look, baby, I'm really sorry. I said, a bit calm. Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you say something? Anything? He asked. Me. Talk to me, woman, he said. I replied, I was scared you wouldn't marry me. I wasn't getting younger, Desmond. I know my reason was selfish, but I had to tell him the truth, and he did not handle it well. I was scared you wouldn't marry me, and I wasn't getting any younger, I said. He replied, Wow, so you're a murderer, a selfish human, and a wombless bitch. I was beyond shocked to hear him say that to me. Tears fell. Me. Sweetheart? Don't sweetheart me, he said. Baby, the doctor said we can adopt. It isn't all that bad, I said. He had a sudden change of attitude. He smiled and came closer to me. I thought he was considering what I said, but before I knew it, I was on the floor. Desmond, you hit me. Crying. He left me there on the floor, went to our room, and packed my stuff. I was scared at first, but felt some relief when he said, I don't want to ever see you in this room. With tears in my eyes, I packed my bags and headed for the guest room. Where do you think you're going? He asked. Me. To the guest room, he replied. You're not entitled to any room in this house other than the storeroom. I was perplexed. I knew he had a very bad temper, but that was just inhumane. I couldn't believe what I heard from him. Desmond, you're asking me to stay in the store? I said, I'm sorry for everything, I said. He turned his back on me. Fine. If you need me, I'll be at Mum's, I said. I was about to leave when he dragged my hair and slammed me against the wall. You're not leaving this house, he said. I was hurt. So hurt. Hurt in the sense that I couldn't believe how quick he had changed. Things changed. I became a prisoner in my house. Friends and family called asking me why they hadn't seen me, but I gave them excuses, not only to cover up, but also to stop them from coming to see me. I couldn't let anyone see me in that state. Desmond transformed from human to beast. Well, when it came to me, he couldn't stand my sight. He threw the food I cooked for him either at me or on the floor, and when I stopped cooking, he beat me so bad I couldn't walk right for days.
As Rihanna would say, it must have been love on the brain, 'cause I loved him dearly, despite everything. I could have called my family and friends to ask for their help, or perhaps report abuse and harassment to the right authorities, or even filed for a divorce. But I didn't, holding on to the hope that he'd forgive me, change, and things would return to the way they were. God knows I waited long enough for that to happen, and when it didn't, I made the worst mistake of my life.
I killed him. I killed my husband. It was an accident, I swear. I didn't know what came over me. He came home drunk the night before the incident, beat me as usual, vomited all over the rug, and fell down in deep slumber. I picked him and dragged him to our room. I mean, his room. Well, I managed to lay him on the bed and was about to leave so I could clean the vomit off the rug when he grabbed me and cuddled me like he used to when we were in good terms. I didn't struggle or even make any attempt to get up because I missed his warm embrace, but I learnt the hard way that I should have gotten up. I woke up due to a hard fall. Desmond pushed me off the bed. "How dare you? How dare you come in here after I told you not to?" he said. Me. Getting up. "I'm sorry, it's just that you were drunk last night, and when I brought you to bed, you cuddled me." He replied, "Such a lying bitch." "I don't blame you. This isn't the first time you're lying to me." I replied, "I'm not lying." Slap. "You don't talk when I'm talking. I wouldn't let your body touch mine, even if I was dead." He said I was so pissed to hear him talk to me like that. Then I said, "Stop it. Just stop it. Yes, I lied to you. I hid it from you, but I said I was sorry. What else do you want from me? You won't let me leave and you don't want me to stay. Yes, I know you have serious anger issues, but right now you're just being stupid and insecure, not to mention childish." I heaved a sign of relief, feeling glad I stood up for myself, but maybe I shouldn't have. I guess I watched way too many movies thinking what I said would get to him, and he'd feel sorry enough to forgive me, so we could live happily ever after. But when I saw the redness in his eyes and his standing veins, "I'm sorry, running. I'm sorry, please," I said. I ran into the kitchen and tried to lock it, but he was too close behind. He hit the door, and I was the next thing he hit. Teardrops. He kicked me and pulled me by my hair. Hit's grip was so firm that a couple of threads came loose from my weave. He punched me, forgetting I was a woman. There was so much bloodshed that day, but it wasn't all mine. When he was done with me, he went to take his bath, ordering me to make him breakfast. I cleaned up and obeyed my husband. I made him tea for starters, but he didn't want that. He threw it all on the floor like a spoilt child and poured the milk all over me. That was it. That was the limit. I didn't say a word. I just picked up the tray and headed for the kitchen. He was kind of confused at my quietness, but things became crystal clear when I whacked him in the head with my heaviest skillet, frying pan. Then I said, "How dare you?" Whack! "I can't stand you anymore. What do you want from me? You gat me in your palms, but all you do is throw me against the wall. Whack! You beat me black and blue. You curse my name. For goodness sakes, you beat me like a man." "Ah!" Holding his head and getting up. "You're dead! I'm gonna kill you," he said. I replied, "Not if I do it first." I hit him again and he went back on his knees. "My head," he said. I threw the skillet on the floor and went back to the kitchen, returning with the ultimate kitchen weapon, a knife. I didn't know what I was doing. I felt overwhelmed by a feeling of anger. I can't explain. I guess that's how he felt every time he saw me. You maybe be thinking I swung it at him, but no, it was a direct stab on the belly, and that killed him. Seeing his lifeless body brought me back to my senses, and I realized I had just killed a person. Not just any random person, my husband. Realizing what I had done, I put the knife down. Desmond," I said. I knelt down next to him. "Desi, I'm sorry, please wake up," I said. But he didn't move. Oh my God, what have I done? I asked myself. I knelt down and shook him, but he didn't stir at all. At that point, I realized I had messed up big time. "Desmond, please, you can't die. Please wake up. Please wake up and beat me, I don't mind. Chase me away or even break my legs. I won't question you, just wake up, please," I said. I checked for a pulse, but I felt nothing. I couldn't hear a single heartbeat. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm gonna go to jail. I can't go to jail. I'm too young and beautiful to go to jail. What if I don't go to jail? What if I'm sentenced to death? I said, panicking. I know what's going on your mind. I am sure you must be reflecting on how selfish I was. I was thinking of the next thing to do when Desmond's phone rang. As startled as I was, I picked up the phone and had a short conversation with his best friend, who was also his colleague. Me. Hello? Hello, Beauty. Where is your big-headed husband? Adam replied. Me. Giggles. He's taking his bath. Aha. Without you? Is the honeymoon over? He asked me, laughing. Don't be ridiculous, Adams. You know our love is ever strong. Want to go see my mum? And he woke up quite late. He replied, Beauty. You don't have to explain. Don't mind me. Just tell him I'll come pick him up in an hour's time. Me. Okay, bye. Hung up. Oh, I'm screwed, I said. I was freaking out, seriously panicking, so I bit myself hard on the finger, talking to myself, okay, calm down. You got yourself into this. You can get yourself out. You have just 1 hour. So I hurriedly took a bath, cleaned the house, dressed him up in his workwear, left his body on the living room, and carefully started taking out a few properties. I know you must be wondering what my next move was and why I took things out of my house, but I took out a few properties and personal belongings like my jewelries, his Rolex watches, the TV, his phones, and a few other electronics. I loaded them in his car and drove straight to the jewelry market where I sold the jewelries in my possession. The next place I headed to was the market where I got foodstuffs, candy, and kids' clothes. I got quite a lot of money, so I still had some left, which I deposited into my bank account. As I got into my car with all the loaded stuff, next stop, Holy Mary Young Children's Home, I said. I drove to the orphanage and donated the stuff to them as a kind gesture, after which I headed to my parents' place to hang out. I wasn't chill there, and my mum was quite inquisitive. Kate, what's the matter? You don't look okay, Mum said. I replied, I'm fine, Mum. I'm just feeling funny. Are you pregnant? Mum asked. I didn't know if it was supposed to be funny or not, but I laughed anyway. I replied, No, Ma. Just feeling really weird, like something different is about to happen. Just then my phone rang. Me. Hello. Caller. Hello, Mrs. Desmond. Me. Yes. This is Officer Jane. Please, can you come home? She asked. I replied, Yeah, why? Your home was broken into, she said. Me. Acting surprised. What? She replied, We'd appreciate it if you come over. I replied, Okay, be right there. Hung up. What? Mum asked. I replied, Someone broke into my home. I gotta go. Mum, I'm coming with you. And so we drove together. I prayed within me that my plan worked. I got home to meet the police and an ambulance. What's going on? I asked, looking at Adam. Adam, what's going on? I asked. Adam replied, I came over to pick Desmond, and when I got here, I met your house half empty and... He looked down. And what? I said. Just then, a covered body was taken to the ambulance. What's that? More importantly, where's my boo-boo? I asked. But all I got was a silent treatment. Can someone please provide an answer? Where is Desmond? My mum asked. Adams pointed to the body in the ambulance. I'm sorry, what? I said. I rushed to the ambulance, uncovered the body, and when I saw it was Desmond, I fainted. Well, I faked it. Wah! You faked a faint? How is that even possible? My therapist asked. I replied, I did it a lot when I was much younger to prank my siblings and friends, so it was easy. Well, when I woke up, I cried, and I wasn't suspected. I was asked to give a statement, though, and all the police could think of as the answer to everything was that burglars broke into my home thinking no one was home and killed my husband in the process. Don't you have neighbors? My therapist asked. I replied, I lived in an estate. Okay, I get everyone minds her business. Therapist replied. Me. Yes? And my neighbors began to move out of the neighborhood because of the fear of ghost burglars. They all moved out till I was the only one left in my street. Let's talk about you. I doubt you felt any kind of guilt or remorse after the kind of stunt you pulled to cover up your crime, the doctor said. I replied, I was restless and constantly lived in fear and regret. I lost weight and a good portion of beauty because I never slept well or took care of myself. I withdrew from people, including family and friends, and they thought it was my loss that greatly affected me, but truth was that any time I was with someone, all they ever did was pity me, and therefore awaken my conscience. Voice in my head, confess, confess, and be free. Other voice, confess and face your sentence. What you did wasn't that bad, just an act of self-defense, and so I withdrew from people. Even when they tried to come close, like for instance, alarm clock rings. I'm sorry your time's up, doctor said. I replied, okay, I'll be back tomorrow. Doctor, great, see you then. She took her purse and left. What a story. I am really looking forward to seeing her tomorrow, Dr. Jennifer said.